Rip City, baby.
Drexler, good. Home Jerome.
Boy, did he deliver.
That Portland team, they had it all.
Good as a puck away, and he scores.
When we have our runs, the game's over.
Woo! Oh, man. Oh,
Clyde Drexler, one of the most talented, gifted athletes.
They had good guards, they had good bigs.
Up the middle, he scores. Yeah, nice play done.
Rick Adelman and those Blazer teams were great teams.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
And they love the Blazers in Portland, Oregon.
They were exceptionally good.
Great play. This crowd is going nuts.
But the chemistry, that's what made their team so unique from 1990 to 92.
Rip City, all right.
In just their 7th season, the Trailblazers gave their fans the ultimate reward, an NBA championship.
Bill Walton and Morris Lucas and that team they had in 76, 77 really more or less laid the foundation.
It was a good time for this state, the state of Oregon. They needed something at the time to have fun with.
While the championship season may seem like a long time ago, the memories certainly live on, and in many ways continue to serve as a source of motivation.
Even in a small town like Portland, you show that you can have the best team in the league. And that's making a huge statement. The best team in the United States right here in Portland. That gives us hope that it could happen again.
Rip City, is that what they say up in Portland?
The Trailblazers were the only professional team they had. It became the must-see event in the city.
The Blazers have sold out every home game since 1977.
The place to be. It's where the action is.
And if you're doing well, oh my God, it's so much fun.
Clyde, take it to the bank. Uses it.
Cover, duck one. Curses. Oh!
Sets back by Buck Williams. What a play by Terry Porter. Robinson.
You look at the Trailblazers team, it's a bunch of blue-collar guys. You look at Clyde.
So Portland will now draft 14th in the first round, and Denver will get the next pick, 15. And we take you right in on the pick.
Portland selects Clyde Drexler, University of Houston.
What position do you prefer to play, Clyde?
I'd rather play the small forward spot. I think that's my natural position.
Before I got to Portland, I didn't know much about the city. At the time, I was 21 years old. You know, had really never left Houston other than playing games and coming back. But for an extended period of time, I had never been anywhere else. So I had zero expectation.
Drexler. Yes!
Clyde was unique back then. Clyde was a two-guard, but he liked to handle a lot. He liked to be in pick and rolls. He liked to handle the ball as much as a point guard did.
Clyde carried our team. He was a guy. When we needed 2 points, we go to Clyde. When we needed a rebound, Clyde was our man, and his leadership and unselfishness was just incredible.
The thing about Clyde was he's just such a great passer with the ball and a great scorer. I mean, he was more of just a complete guard. He played and scored at all 3 levels.
Starting at one forward, 6'7" from Longwood College, number 25, Jerome Kersey.
Jerome was one of those guys that just got the maximum potential out of everything he did.
But Jerome, just all hustle. He developed his outside 15-foot jump shot. Just had an incredible work ethic and just an incredible teammate.
I don't know anybody who plays harder in this league than Jerome Kersey, and I don't know anybody, I call it, that makes more effort plays than Jerome.
Porter for 3, Rip City, Terry Porter.
I just never thought in my wildest dream I was going to be able to have an opportunity to play in the NBA. And so I was at the Milwaukee Bucks draft night. I was from Milwaukee. They invited me down. Don Nelson was the coach at the time. At the time, he said that if you were available, we would pick you. And unfortunately, as you find out, sometimes things don't always work out the way you like. And so they pick had come, and they decided to go another way. And there I was standing in their draft party trying to figure out, okay, what's next? Who would be the next team that was going to select me? So Portland Trailblazers drafted me. And again, my childhood, I did not have a clue where Portland was. Portland, Oregon, I had no idea where it was. And I'm sure most of the fan base in Portland didn't know where Stevens Point, Wisconsin was either, so we were even when it came to that.
Terry Porter was a phenomenal player, like Jerome. Those guys were gamers. They weren't high draft picks. They weren't #1 or in the lottery, like most of our guys were not, even including me. But they were guys who had confidence, and they were good team players, good system players. They could fulfill their roles. They were good defenders, and they were very solid on both ends of the court.
You know, I had to learn how to play off the ball. I had to learn how to play without the ball in my hands all the time.
Terry was the kind of guy that offensively that we looked to. When Clyde wanted to kind of play the facilitator, Terry would step in that role and start scoring. So Terry really was that piece there offensively that kind of helped this team win a lot of games because he was so effective with that outside shot.
You had Kevin Duckworth into the equation.
Duckworth was the offensive piece, that third guy that you need to win a championship. So when Duckworth was playing well, no one in the NBA could beat us.
He just fit. He was another piece that just fit the rest of our team, to have that inside presence, a guy that could score in the post with his back to the basket, and a guy that could face up mid-15, 18 range and still make that perimeter shot, and his ability to, protect the rim too as well.
Those guys, they'd been to a certain point, and they wanted to get to the next level.
The Blazers have been one of the surprise teams in the NBA this season. This is a ball club that finished under the 500 mark a year ago. Now they're boasting one of the best records in the league. One of the reasons, the addition of Buck Williams in a trade with the Nets.
I never asked for a trade from New Jersey. I love New Jersey. I love the area. It's where I first started out. And Maurice Lucas was my mentor, but he really took me under his wing and taught me how to play the game of basketball. And what I love about Maurice Lucas, he knew he was going to be traded because I was heir apparent. So they traded Maurice to New York. Maurice went on to coach at Portland. Maurice Lucas was working behind the scenes. He would talk to Paul Allen, man, Buck Williams would be great for this team. And somehow he convinced Buck Walter and the management there to bring me to Portland.
Buck was really our glue. When we got Buck, we really took off.
Buck Williams.
He was the last piece, I think, when you start talking about how that original five got together. They drafted 3 of them. That was Clyde, myself, and Jerome, and then they traded for Buck and Duck.
He was the power forward that we needed. In the West, Karl Malone was just lighting guys up. And so you can't beat Utah unless you have someone who at least neutralized Karl Malone.
People don't realize he really took a sacrifice in regards to his scoring. He was a 20-10 guy, top 3 pick in the NBA draft. When he got here, he put away his ego offensively and became a guy that really set screens and scored a little bit, but nothing like he did in Jersey. I mean, he became a 10 points and 12, 13 rebounds.
I knew I came there to defend and rebound and give them defensive prowess that they never had, and so when they could guard Karl Malone deep in the playoffs.
Buck just solidified our starting lineup. We think we have one of the best starting lineups in the league.
Same year we got Buck Williams. You pick up Cliff Robinson.
With the 36th pick in the 1989 NBA draft, Portland selects Cliff Robinson.
Drazen Petrovic.
His dream of playing in the U.S. realized back on August 17th when he signed a contract with the Portland Trail Blazers. He's hoping to contribute to an NBA championship.
Now we're getting continuity, but we're getting better depth, better talent. So we're now able to compete with the best teams in the league.
It just slowly came together. I mean, I think all those guys, the one thing they all had they all wanted to win, and they have great competitive edges. They all came in with a toughness about them, and they want to compete, and they want to be part of a winning organization.
Let's go now, let's go, let's get loose.
Rick Adams gave everyone their role on the team, and he held everyone accountable.
This is what it's all about, one possession now.
Good X and O guy, but his greatest asset was his ability to relate to his players.
He stressed the importance of us doing it together. He stressed the importance of everybody recognizing what each other's strength was and how we best try to help each other play at a high level together.
Go out, play hard, play aggressive, be active.
I never forget coming from practice one day, riding with Clyde Drexler. He looks at me, he said, Buck, you know what, man? He said, we can win a championship this year. I was like, okay, Clyde, all right, we're gonna win a championship this year. I thought this guy was out of his mind.
When we were coming into land, the pilot said, hey guys, look out the window. And you look down and you see all these people just waiting to greet us. We were high-fiving everybody. It was one of those just amazing moments.
I'm not sure they can stop this Portland team offensively.
Portland Trailblazers set a franchise record with their 59th win.
We try to put together all those pieces and try to build our identity and come up with a style of play that fit everybody and fit us to the point where we could have success in the regular season, but more importantly, when the playoffs came around.
It's been 13 years since Bill Walton and the Portland Trailblazers stormed to the NBA championship. Portland hasn't advanced past the second round since. Buck Williams combined with high-flying Clyde Drexler to lead Portland to a team record 59 wins, and the Blazers are talking title again. Opening night of the 1990 NBA playoffs.
That Dallas team was really loaded with a lot of good talent.
Harper inside the Tarpley with the jam. Harper for three. Count it.
They could not match up with Clyde and Terry.
Porter for three. Drexler. Tough shot by Clyde.
And they have great guards, but Clyde is 6'8", and so we just felt very confident in that round.
Back to the trainer, Jerome Kersey. Excellent running game.
Cliff Robinson's been sensational here.
Everybody's just talking to take that next step, to win a first-round matchup and advance into the playoffs.
Two red-hot teams meet here this afternoon. The San Antonio Spurs have won 10 straight.
That series, we lost Duck, we lost Cooper. We had to start Cliff, who was a rookie. We had to start him as a rookie against David.
Spurs were rough. David Robinson, that was a tough series for us.
Wingate, all the way. Robinson tips it in for San Antonio.
We knew going into it was going to be very competitive.
Clyde for three. Yes!
I think most of the time the home team dominated that series.
Porter penetrates, feeds Percy in a tie game.
It went to game 7, and Jerome made an unbelievable save play and threw it to Clyde. Clyde was able to get fouled.
Behind his back and Drexler in a foot race. Foul.
And then Clyde was able to make those 2 free throws, and we ended up winning in overtime.
And they're going to run it out now. Game is over. Portland wins it. They advance beyond the second round for the first time since '77.
Nothing comes close to this. I mean, this is ecstasy.
We never talked about Western Conference Finals. We were just talking about the team you play at a high level, and who knows what may happen.
Well, we really don't want to think about the Suns right now. You know, I'm sure they're watching this game and they're thinking about us a lot.
And the Western Conference Championship Series is underway with a Clyde Drexler basket.
That team was very difficult for us.
That Suns team were loaded offensively.
Chambers hard to the hoop. Big basket by Tom Chambers.
And the foul.
One of the most explosive teams that we have faced and played at such a fast pace.
Nice pass to Marley.
But we were also a team that was very explosive.
At the other run, Jerome Kersey to Drexler.
How did he think?
We felt like we had good matchups that were good for us.
And the spin move inside. Clyde Drexler at his best.
That was a tough series for us, but fortunately we were able to win.
Hornacek drive, and it's blocked by Duckworth. Drexler, Kersey, and the Blazers lead by 1. They're going to look for the 3. Hornacek fires it up. Wild, rebound, Buck Williams.
I took the ball and I threw it up in the rafters.
The game is over. The Blazers win the Western Conference Finals.
As I threw it, I lost my balance and I fell.
We all just tackled him on the floor.
And that, to me, that was very special. I can't believe it. I mean, now we're going to the finals, and I think that's what NBA basketball is all about.
When we were coming into land, the pilot said, "Hey guys, look out the window." And you look down and you see all these people just waiting to greet us. You know, it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. It was amazing.
There's people out there. I think it's great. I mean, I can't believe it.
We were high-fiving everybody. It was one of those just amazing moments to be a professional athlete and have that type of support.
I'm just happy to be a part of it. It just shows that Portland has the best fans in the NBA.
None of us anticipated this to come on so fast.
We just couldn't believe it. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Boom, here we are looking around like, we're in the finals.
I thought it was hilarious.
Jerome Kersey was the lead in all those songs. If you go back and look at the video, you see I'm probably somewhere in the backdrop.
1, 2, 3, go Rip City. 2.
I think Jerome truly was the only one that had a voice.
He has a little showtime in him, and he thinks he can sing.
Ooh, baby, you got the touch. Take it easy, man, you're working too much.
Well, I do. I think. The thing I tell, it's like, I think I'm brave enough to do it.
Too hot, stop it. Let's hear Buck. Sign me up now.
I didn't want any part of that.
It's just an extension of how people in Portland in general just love their team.
Bus, a bucket, bus, a bucket.
When we were going through our playoff run, came in the city and the buildings had Rip City or had Go Blazers in all the windows, people wearing gear all the time.
And these days, some Blazer maniacs are taking things to the extreme.
It's just a vibe and an excitement about this city.
There's a love affair going on between the Blazers and the fans. It's great.
The Trailblazers are their team, and everywhere you go, people always know what goes on with the Trailblazers.
This is fantastic. You fans are the greatest in the world. And right now, we plan to bring a championship back to this town.
You really not care who you play in the finals?
I don't really care who wins over there.
No one really expected us to make it to the finals. We exceeded expectations.
We haven't got that much coverage this year up in Portland. And it's a chance to show everybody else what we can do. Even though we won 59 games, people still go Portland Hoop.
It is game one between the defending champion Detroit Pistons and the challengers, the Portland Trail Blazers.
Get your programs here, playoff edition. Finals.
Going in there, we know they had the experience. We know they had won a championship already. But we felt good about just going out and playing our style of ball. We knew it was going to be a very physical series because that's what their style they played. And so we were up for the challenge.
Against Rodman, Williams posts up, gets the basket and the foul. Keep taking it, baby. Thomas again for 3.
Tough game in game one where I thought we should have won.
They're young. I mean, that's the way it is. I understand that. They haven't been through this type of thing before.
We've played well enough on this floor that we know we can beat them. And it's just a matter of playing a little bit better and a little bit smarter down the stretch.
They're the world champions, so we're going to have to respond to that because they're not going to give us anything. They got a reputation already. We don't.
Oh, my, what a sensational move. 1.5 seconds. Here it goes. Edwards goes up with it. And the game is over, and Portland has won. For the first time in the playoffs, the Detroit Pistons have lost at the Palace.
This is the team we expected. I don't think we underestimated. We knew what type of ball club they had. We knew they were capable, and they're in the NBA Finals, so they're a great basketball team.
No one believed in us, especially on the East Coast.
We sent a message tonight that, hey, we can be the defending world champions.
Home sweet home, baby. Finish this baby at the crib.
We won one of the games in Detroit, so we go home. I said we're in good position right now.
I think everybody's glad to get back home with the split. Probably should have had 2 games down there, but get back here and take care of one game at a time.
What jumps out for me was Portland comes into Detroit and they split. This is 2-3-2 format back then, and people in Detroit are nervous because they had not won a game in Portland in many, many years.
The best shot they're going to give you is tomorrow. I'm telling you right now, because they think they're the world champions and all they got to do is come in here, and if they turn it on, they're going to win tomorrow. You turn them back tomorrow, and I tell you, there's a tremendous doubt in their mind what's going on.
They had not had much success out in our building. We felt that we had a chance to win 1 or 2 games.
We've already had 2 great games in this NBA final.
Maybe even have a chance to finish at home. To their championship pedigree, they made the shots and plays down the stretch, and we didn't.
Here's Thomas, tie score at 90-90.
The story I've heard from my father and from many other people is that they got on that plane to go out to Portland, and Bill Laimbeer and those players like Chuck Daly go, hey, let's go get 2 out of 3. And the players are like, screw that, we're going there to get 3 in a row.
Take it and take the game. They are in a position to win the NBA title on the final possession of this 5th game. Vinnie Johnson with 1 second to go. His shot is good. With 7/10 of a second. Timeout, Portland. It's all coming down to this. But Portland survived. There's the shot. And the game's over, and the Pistons have won the World Championship.
I don't think any of us would have ever imagined that we would lose 3 games consecutively at the way we played on the road at their place. It was a tough pill to swallow.
The Detroit Pistons back-to-back NBA champions.
It's amazing. I don't think no team could ever come in here and beat us 3 straight, but they did it.
Well, the Pistons were a very good team. That's what people don't talk about. The reason they were back-to-back champions, not only were they bad boys, but they were a very skilled team.
We were still young, and that was really our first push through the playoffs.
We did some things that teams have never done before, and what we want to do is come back to next year and respond to this.
So we felt good about our future.
And it's the same year that they had the Rodney King riot in L.A.
The city everything just broke crazy.
We are in the city, and when you turn on the TV, you wonder how close it is to you.
After a college career at Brigham Young University, then an NBA stint of almost 8 seasons with the Boston Celtics and another 1.5 years in Sacramento, Danny Ainge has made the move to Portland.
I can't think of a better opportunity at this time in my career than playing for the Blazers.
For us, he was a great addition for us, and he gave us just another piece that we needed off the bench.
Well, Danny Ainge was a gamer, first of all. Don't ever forget, he's 6'5", he can play both guard positions, he can shoot the lights out of it, he's got crazy experience. He's a competitor, and he loves to win.
I think back then, a lot of people probably didn't like Danny Ainge.
You hate to play against him, but you love for him to be your teammate.
I think that's one of the ultimate compliments is for people to say, hey, the guy I hated to play against was that Ainge.
Rhythm, baby!
The whole training camp, the whole mission was get off to good starts. We just hit the ground running.
Clyde Drexler, a sensational play. Petro.
We got Drazen Petrovic and Danny Ainge as your backup guards. And so that tells you how much depth we had on our team.
Our focus, and every night we took the floor, we just started talking about, let's get home court advantage.
We went out and won 63 games.
It was another goal of ours to win the division, to win the Pacific, and to be able to beat the Lakers.
Welcoming you to Memorial Coliseum in Portland, game 1 of the best-of-5 series between the Trailblazers and the Seattle Supersonics.
Back then, the first round was the best 3 out of 5. And it was great because we knew we were a little bit better, had a little bit more experience, and we had been to the finals the year before. So we wanted to get back.
Sonics do a pretty good job getting back, but there's Clyde Drexler. Kersey off to Porter, over to Drexler. Drexler got the basket, drew the foul.
That whole I-5 rivalry was always tough.
And everyone in that Pacific Northwest know what the deal is. Every year we go up there, I mean, it's a knockdown, drag out.
Porter, Drexler, score! Break with Ainge. Sedale for 3. Sonics win!
They were a very good defensive team. I mean, they could score a lot of points, but defensively, they would shut you down.
A basket will win it for Portland. Steal Gary Payton. The Sonics win the game. The series now is 2-1.
And we had our chance to win it, a lot of opportunities to do it, and we just didn't do it.
And we thought we were going to beat them in 3, and we had a chance, but we lost game 3. And so now, from that momentum, they also win game 4.
Kersey.
Rejected. Jerome down hard, no foul called. Payton split the defense, score! Oh my! Eddie Johnson, party time in Seattle. This one's over.
Game 5, this is, we talked about, hey, this is why we worked so hard during the regular season, so we can have final games of series at our place.
Going back to Portland, we knew we had the upper hand.
Ainge left alone. 3-on-1. Robinson. Porter for 3. Trailblazers go on to round 2 against Utah.
They was really tuned in and was really focused on what we had to get done.
Up next, the Western Conference semifinals.
That was series was one I was just excited to play because, again, Stockton was one of the best, and you always want to play against the best.
Stockton and Malone were superstars, and they knew it. And so you knew you were going to have a battle.
That first game, we got lucky because they were still in the series, and so they had to finish the series and then come to our place right away. And so we jumped on them early.
Drew Edwards feeds Karl Malone, rejected by Duckworth. Buck Williams. Ainge, who normally comes off the bench firing, this time passing.
We knew they were going to come back game 2 and play tougher.
Bounce pass over to Drexler, back over to Porter, underneath, puts it up, he scores! With 3.6 seconds to go, and a Utah timeout.
Again, for us, it was about playing our style of playing basketball, playing with confidence, getting out in open court, and really trying to limit Karl Malone affecting us and not letting those guys really run us pick and roll as much as they want to and get the type of shots they want to get.
It is Clyde for three. Blazers take the lead. Karl Malone powers inside and floats it home. Karl Malone chasing. Drexler. Portland keeps holding off every Utah challenge.
Now, I'm glad we put this team away because we didn't want to go back to Utah for Game 6.
This is the moment. This is the moment. Here comes Magic Johnson and the Lakers.
Nearly 13,000 rabidly loyal fans sold out.
Well, the Lakers are still good, and people wrote them off. And they had the feelings hurt from the year before, so they wanted to redeem their status as the best team. Even though we had the best record in the league, and we owned them during the regular season.
3-on-1, Magic to Worthy. Look at him get the ball back. Took it from two Lakers.
You see Magic and Kersey go at it.
Turns into another tense game. A Scott for three, and the Lakers lead.
I think we kind of underestimated the Lakers. We didn't feel the Magic at that stage in his career that with this team, they could beat us. And I think that game one put us kind of back on our heels a little bit.
Worthy.
We understand what it takes to win on the road.
This is not the way we would have liked to have started it out.
Well, obviously it gives us home court advantage now. If we were fortunate enough to win all our games on the home court, then we'd move on to the finals.
We can't believe this. How we let the Magic and the guys come and get a game? We're not used to anyone beating us in our house. That set the tempo for the rest of the series.
Drexler brings it to Porter. He shoots to win it. It's straight. It's no good. Magic's got it. Throws it down the floor, and it goes out of bounds with 1/10 of a second. Here's the pass. Yeah, Vladdy hit it. Game's over, and the Los Angeles Lakers are the Western Conference champions.
Unfortunately, the best team in the league is upset and done for the season.
We just felt that there's no way the Lakers should have beaten us in the game, and we was like in shock.
To lose that series was a big-time disappointment for all of us, and we just we were devastated by that loss to those guys. We thought that was going to be our year.
If things don't go well for you at first, then what do? You give up and say, I don't want to be a part of this, I quit. When something doesn't go your way, then you keep working and you figure out a way to make it better.
I think the most important thing was just talked about continuing to believe in ourselves. I knew that we had the same group of guys for the most part together, and we just have to continue to work at getting better and continue getting back to playing at a high level. That's going to help us, get to where we need to be.
Game one, round one, NBA playoffs about to begin.
For us, it was all about the bad taste we had from the previous year, them knocking us out. The storylines going in there was, will you guys get over the hump? It's first round, it's not the Western Conference Finals.
I can't think of a better team to play in the playoffs other than the Lakers because they sent us home last year, and hopefully this year we can send them home.
Rip City, is that what they say up in Portland? The open man is Porter for three more.
Game two today was billed as a battle of tempos. The fast tempo of the Blazers, the slow down of the Lakers, and Portland certainly prevailed in that department.
There's no way that team was going to beat us.
Oh, there's no timeout. They're going to push it.
Had a chance to win the game on a breakaway layup. And
great pass. Buck Williams, no, missed the layup. We're going to overtime.
I missed the layup, and so we had to go and play another game.
4 seconds left on the shot clock. 3 for 3. Oh, unbelievable.
I mean, it's the same year that they had the Rodney King riot in L.A.
The verdict, not guilty. Everyone seemed to be real upset and angry about the decision.
The city everything just broke crazy.
The devastating destruction that has in many ways brought Los Angeles to a standstill has also put a busy professional sports schedule on hold.
We're really much amazed at how so many fires have been set and eluding.
We are in the city, and when you turn on the TV, you wonder how close it is to you.
Got to our hotels and was told to stay in our hotels until they figured out if we were going to have the next game there or where we're going to have it, what location we're going to have it at.
Been in limbo now for 24 hours.
The powers to be decided to move it to Vegas.
Playing somewhere else is almost, giving the Portland Trailblazers equal opportunity also, and it's going to make the game that much tougher for us because that six-man and that familiarity that we've had in the form is going to be gone.
The Thomas and Mack Center, Las Vegas, Nevada, the scene for Game 4. Percy down court. Oh, my! Oh, Highlight film time.
Well, a team many have said the best in the West, the Portland Trail Blazers, and how do you argue with the way they played today?
It felt great to send them home. You know, we sort of vindicated.
Tonight in the first game of the best of 7 Western Conference semifinals, the Blazers host the Phoenix Suns.
It was about which team was going to be able to stop the other team from playing their style the best.
Marley, the leg, the big jam. The basket goes to the foul. Marley for the win. Oh, he doesn't get it. The final in double overtime, 153-151.
That game itself was one of those games where just everything, both teams was knocking in everything. They just couldn't seem to miss at all.
Clyde all the way, score! And that's the nail in the coffin.
We had our mind on bigger things since a few years back, and I think this is the year we could do it all.
That's a very good team that you beat 4 out of 5 games. It's a very good team. You should be proud of yourselves. Now we got one more small goal before we get to the big one. The small one is to win the Western Conference again.
Portland, Oregon, hosts Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
The Jazz, they were sick of seeing us like we were sick of seeing the Lakers.
Porter, a three-pointer. He's through for 2. And Portland jumps out 6-love. Porter, another 3. Oh, my.
I think Terry really shot the ball well. He really got us off to a great start. And when Terry's shooting the ball that well, all you got to do is get him the ball.
Both teams played well in their buildings, and we had to play really well to win that series. And we were able to, again, make enough plays in key stretches of those games in order to beat him.
Drexler hustles down court to slam. And it's Porter maybe sealing a victory at the other end as he is fouled.
Wow, we made it again.
Rip City, baby. Here we go.
They were always saying the best 2 guards in the league, Jordan, Drexler, and now they're in the finals. We're going to see, which one of them is going to come through.
The 2 greatest guards in the NBA today are you and Michael Jordan.
I think it's an honor to be compared to Michael, even though I'm older than him. I think there are many similarities, but I think the most important thing is I think both of us play to win.
Clyde is somewhat of a mirror of me in a sense. I mean, he's so versatile. He plays offense, he plays defense. He's good with assists, he can score. So you got to respect him in all areas of basketball.
Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you may be. Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Big storyline going in that series was Michael and Clyde. At the time, they were 1-2 in the MVP voting.
Well, they were always saying the best 2 guards in the league, Jordan, Drexler, and now they're in the finals. We're going to see, which one of them is going to come through.
Clyde won an opportunity to play against Jordan. Clyde may not say that to this day, but being a great player, I know that Clyde wanted to match up with Jordan.
The Blazers and the Bulls, 2 teams that the fans have been waiting to see match up in this championship series for some 3 seasons, and it's finally here. Drexler against Jordan.
I heard that Michael really wanted to make a point that, hey, everybody's saying, Clyde Drexler this, Clyde Drexler that.
Jordan for 3. Jordan for 3.
I never seen Michael play this well. Shoot the ball like this, it was incredible.
Here's Jordan for 3. Yes!
I think it was a message, the warning shot to the Trailblazers and to our guards that, hey, man, you guys, you out of your league, you can't stop me. But at the end of the day, I never seen Jordan shoot the ball like that.
I started running for that 3-point line. I felt a great rhythm. It felt like a free throw, really.
Tonight, he lit it up from the outside. He really had the hot hand.
I've been told in this type of situation the bridge is the good news, and we held Michael to 4 points in the second half. That's about the only good news I can really think about.
It's going to be like a horror story, but it's something that we have to learn from and get better from.
A 33-point loss for the Portland Trailblazers. A great motivator heading into Game 2.
It's a 3-on-1. Drexler, yes, and it counts. Paxson for 3. Yes, Paxson for 3. The Chicago Bulls led by as many as 10 with 4.5 remaining.
Drexler does pick up the 6th foul, is out of the game for the Portland Trailblazers.
No matter what the situation is, we have enough guys to win.
Portland in the midst of an 11-3 run. Haynes beating Kersey, and they've tied the game. There is Duckworth. Yes! And we go to overtime. Porter for three. Yes!
You know, you take a leading scorer off your team, it becomes difficult for you, but we had to try to rally. Everybody else had to kind of step up.
Oh, what a pass from Porter, finding Haynes. And the Portland Trailblazers with a dramatic come-from-behind effort. And they have evened the series at 1.
We just basically hand the game back to them and say, here, let's tie the series up.
You know, the Steeler game is, not play worthy of it. And I think we did a great job of executing down the stretch. Guys stepped up and made big shots. That's winning it outright.
The pressure's on both teams. So I expect Game 3 to be the best game of the series.
A lot has been said about this game. You need to make a statement here at home. We've already talked about how important this game is to put us in a driver's seat, to put their backs to the wall. I don't care how many points he scores. It's not going to be the guy who scores the most points going to win this series. It's the team that's going to win the series. The best team is going to win the series. The best team is us.
In a word, Game 3 was ugly, especially for the Trailblazers, who shot a frigid 36% from the floor.
We couldn't seem to get to the basket. We kept shooting jump shots and put ourselves in a pretty precarious situation coming down the stretch.
The steal by Paxson as he stepped up in the passing lane.
Paxson providing a 14-point Chicago lead.
We never said it was going to be easy. Right now we're down 2-1 and we got our work cut out for us.
They've got a shot at a second NBA title to this city, but a loss would make it a virtual impossibility. No team has ever recovered from a 3-1 deficit to win the NBA Finals.
This is a must-win for the Portland Trailblazers.
There's Kersey. Porter racing ahead of the field. And now the Bulls call for time.
If you go back and look at the stats and you look at the games that we lost, we just gave them 2 gifts.
Chicago, probably over to say, it's another game they gave away. But they let them keep giving these games away. We'll take them.
We got one more job to do here at home. We're going to take control of this thing and finish it in Chicago.
This is a peculiar 2-2 situation. Portland is yet to play its best game. If they do tonight, the Bulls are in big trouble.
2-on-1. Drexler. Back out. Here's Porter. Oh, beautiful play by Pippen, and he goes all the way and draws the foul. The Chicago Bulls defeat the Portland Trailblazers 46 points for Michael Jordan.
It sets up a great opportunity for us to be able to go back to Chicago and have 2 opportunities to win. We're absolutely determined to try and get this over on Sunday.
We got nothing to lose now. Everybody's written this series off as a Chicago win, and maybe that'll help us.
For the Portland Trailblazers, the season is on the line with the Bulls up 3 games to 2. Kersey putting the move on Jordan. Kersey with the tip, and he's tied the game at 4. Shot clock at 3. Porter with the force, and he hit it and drew the foul. Drexler around Cartwright, and the Portland Trailblazers with their best third quarter of this NBA Finals to lead by 15.
Sometimes coaches, when they realize their starting unit is out of sync, they make a change. They go with the second unit and hope that they can shake things up.
King. Yes. Chicago in the midst of a 14-2 run this fourth quarter. Michael Jordan. Yes. The game is tied at 87. Jordan with the steal. The Chicago Bulls have won the NBA championship for the second straight season.
The Blazers are heartbroken, losing the title series for the second time in 3 years. And the way they lost it, blowing a 17-point lead.
Devastating to lose at any time, and to lose a game like this is even worse. You just got to face the facts. And, the Bulls won this game. They're the champions of the NBA, and they did a great job. It's disappointing because we've achieved so much as a team. We've achieved anything a team can do except the championship.
You have a fan base like we had during that 3 or 4 year stretch. You wanted to reward them. You wanted to reward them, so badly for all their hard work and their support. The give them something that they could cling on and to have a championship. There's nothing like that for a city.
You got to win. Second place team in a two-man race didn't really get a lot of publicity. I mean, the Buffalo Bills were 4 Super Bowls in a row, and they are now being recognized for having done that.
There's only one team that's happy after every year, and for those teams, for as great as they were, for as long as runs they had, and the type of success they had, you would hope that we could have, gotten one for the city and for our team and our organization.
Very disappointing. It's very painful to this day. I tell my wife sometimes it's kind of hard to watch guys when they win the championship in the NBA Finals and they out there stepping the trophies and everything. I was like, turn it off. I don't want to see that, because I think that's the one piece that's missing in my career. It's a championship.
Whenever you make it to the finals and you don't have a chance to win it, it definitely lingers a while. But it's time to still come up tomorrow.
There's nothing like playing professional sports. You build a bond, a brotherhood, a willingness to protect each other, and you always have that. Those were fun times. There's nothing like playing professional sports. You build a bond, a brotherhood, a willingness to protect each other, and you always have that.
Well, you're a true teammate. I want to thank you for that. Thank you, man. I can really count on you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
As you know, the longer you're with a group of guys, the more chemistry you develop, especially when you're all really good friends. And so that was the key to our success.
And the whole team, I mean, that's what made this team so unique, is the chemistry, the personality.
No, cross your mind. Have a boy there.
Look at the angle of his nose, too.
Those are the ugliest feet in the NBA by far. That boy had feet on the mother to love.
But we had good leadership. Guys bought in. And on the road, we go to movies or restaurants together, or meeting someone's room.
And we just hung out together. We enjoyed being around each other. We knew that was going to be the camaraderie important in regards to our opportunity to do something great together.
I think what made it all go is trust. We trust each other.
When you're in a small town, everybody, you see more of them, you do more together, you're a little bit closer because of that.
And to have the success that we had as a group and the excitement we brought this city and this state, it was always going to be somewhere special in my heart. We grew up together, on and off the court.
We've been in the trenches, and a friendship that's everlasting.
You got so many good memories together, that bond will keep you together for a lifetime.
Drazen was a true international basketball pioneer. The NBA and its players extend heartfelt condolences to his family and friends. Please join us in observing a moment of silence in memory of Drazen Petrovic.
One of my favorite teammates, and Portland traded him. He went on to the Nets and he became an all-star. We all have a soft spot because he died way too young.
It was sad for all of us to have someone that we played with and we cared a lot about. We were teammates, we were brothers, just sad. It was sad.
Before he passed, I was going to go up and visit him, and he passed like the weekend before. He was one of the nicest guys who has ever played in the NBA as well. Kevin Duckworth passed from the same little team.
Duck had some health issues, and we thought he was turning a corner. And then he was making great strides, and then he passed away. And so it was just another tough one.
I love Duck a lot. Just a great guy. He broke my heart too. He's a real warm, teddy bear type of dude. Just a real sad story. We had planned a trip for me to come out to go fishing with him in Portland, but I never made it out to fish with him. But just a great guy, and we missed him.
A sad night for Rip City. Trailblazer legend Jerome Kersey has suddenly died. Jerome was just 52 years old.
I was driving home and got the call, and all he said was, "Jerome's gone." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean he's gone?" He's like, "Jerome's gone, man. He's gone."
Like so many of you guys, I woke up this morning and just
tough day. And you just go back to all the great things you guys did together and the bond you built, the camaraderie, and just losing another loved one. Just got punched, in the stomach. Too soon. All the good ones go too soon.
Jerome is a very special friend, and I won't miss him for the rest of my life. He's just an incredible person.
And to have him gone like that, it's just, it's hard. It's really hard. But we all lost a part of us that day.
They were some of the nicest guys. All three of them were like stand-up, incredible human beings. And so to see the tragedy from one team, all three guys passing, I mean, that's something that nobody talks about, but it hurts the guys who were involved with that. We talk about it all the time. And so we miss those guys, and hopefully we'll see them one day upstairs.
I think our fans, when they look back on it, are going to realize how special the last few years have been, because you don't get a team that wins consistently like this very often, and you got to enjoy it.
I like to think about those great Blazers teams, the 90s and 92 teams. There's a lot of doubt about, our ability to come together as a team and really try to, make that a special run. And we were blessed enough to gel at the right time and really go into the playoffs really on a high note. We were so excited about our opportunity to get into the NBA Finals. That 92 team was a special team. We had just had the year before a disappointing finish in our season, and we came back more committed that year than ever before and got to the NBA Finals. And unfortunately, a number 23 got in our way.
I thought where I started was the destiny of that team to win a championship. Those 3 years, we just felt that we're the better team, we're gonna win it.
And the ultimate excitement and the ultimate legacy you leave is to want to try to win a championship while you're there. And that's, in sports, that's what it's all about.
The legacy was, this team got a lot of grit. They got good players, they're not afraid, they're gonna compete with anybody. That team overperformed, and even though those teams never won a ring, we were never even picked to even win a playoff game. So think about that.
I think what makes it special, after 1 year together, you get to the finals. Then the next year you come back to win 63 games. And then you go back to the finals again. I don't know too many teams start out have a track record like that. And we were able to do that and do it quite convincingly when we did it.
I mean, we had the best record in the league, and we're in finals 2 out of 3 years during the Pistons, the Lakers Showtime era, and then the Bulls era. So those were great teams. I mean, like super teams. Guess who's always in the mix? That Portland team.
Most of the players on the team wanted to kind of keep the team together and give another run at it. But I thought we lost some win out ourselves after the 92 season. It's love and pain, It's love in terms of what we accomplished, but it's painful in terms of not having to win a championship. So the memories are great. But, I guess that takes solace in the fact that we were able to win as many games as we won.
And to have the success that we had as a group and the excitement we brought this city and the state was something that I felt was so great.
It's raining out, the weather's not the greatest, but you fans are the greatest, and you make it sunshine every day in Portland for the Blazers.
In a team concept, we had more fun than any other team, I guarantee you.
Uncle Cliffy.
I think about those days, just sitting on the back of the bus, sharing our different stories, our different pasts, and but that's just the chemistry. We're just a very unique team. We had a lot in common.
All those guys went through all the different challenges and adversities and celebrations together. So that was the thing that was just so amazing.
The team was pretty close, especially I told you about those small market teams. You do a lot together, and so you are genuinely good friends. And that doesn't stop just because you change uniforms or because you get older and uglier. I mean, it doesn't stop.
It's not about the end of the journey, it's about the journey itself. And so many times those teammates, those guys I played with, that journey was unbelievable. To grow as young men, to grow as a team, and to really fight during that journey. That's what it's all about. That's what playing pro sports is all about. And those are the memories I would take with me. Thank you, the Blazer fans, for always cheering for us, for always coming out and making it special when we stepped on the floor. You guys will always be the best fans for me. I appreciate that so much. Rip City!